Well, he's in full preparation, as you guys can see. It's Alex Perez. He's fighting on November 22nd in Qatar against Asu Almabayev. Yeah, Alex, thanks for taking the time. First of all, most common question, how are you doing?
Good man, chilling. Just dropped off my son. At daycare. We got the UFC PI. About to get some training in. Yeah, finishing up the last hard week of training before I take off. So I'm excited, man. It's been too long.
Okay, yeah, you look really excited, like you're kind of humping the screen, but yeah, looking forward to talk to you. um, yeah, man. I mean, it's been the time since we saw you last time in the octagon. Obviously for obvious reasons because of your last fight. Want to go quick back to that fight against Tatsuro Taira. I think the first round went pretty well for you. I think you won the first round. Then the second round happened. Can you go a little bit through what happened and what happened after the fight?
Um, I fought Tatsuro, good kid. I thought round one was going my way. Round two, he ended up taking me down. My knee popped and buckled, and then obviously me, I'm a jujitsu wizard. Instead of fighting the back defense, I stood up and you know, uh put his weight on that one side and ended up having to have ACL reconstruction surgery. Um, it took me out for about a year and some change, and now I'm back, excited and ready to go.
Yeah, man. Because I mean, last year actually you had three fights. You fought a lot. You finally got into your rhythm, I think, with a lot of fighting, and then something like that happened. Um, you're back now. It's everything feels good again with your leg. Is everything all right again? Can you do everything?
Yeah, so I was here at the UFC PI. I was doing physical therapy over here with the team, and I got to give credit to them for putting up with me. You know how difficult I am. But two, for all the work they did. I mean, I was here twice a day. Plus, I was doing strength and conditioning, so I was doing three rehab sessions a day, just to get back to where I wanted to be. The hardest part about the injury was just more mental than anything, honestly. Not being able to do things like how for granted we take things how for granted we take things, basic things, walking, driving, doing stuff like that, and walking up some stairs. So without the UFC PI team, from the front desk to the PT to the strength and conditioning, everybody in between, definitely made this possible to come back because there is doubts in my mind for sure that I don't know if I'm going to be able to come back as good as I am right now, and everything feels good up to par.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it, man. And obviously looking forward to your fight. You're fighting Asu Almabayev, fighter from Kazakhstan. Pretty heavy grappler, I would say. What do you think about the matchup? You're opening the main card as long as the UFC doesn't shift anything because they love to do it even 2 days before a fight. So, yeah, what do you think about the matchup, man, against Asu?
I think it's a good matchup. I think both of us are really good grapplers. We're both really good wrestlers. So I think he's gonna play on the feet. I'm not worried about his wrestling. He's not worried about my wrestling, most likely. He's probably getting told that his wrestling is better than mine. I'm getting told my wrestling is better than his, and just excited to see what the fight unfolds. He did fight one of my teammates, Nicolau, and he also fought one of the guys. I help out Ode, and so they give me some inside stuff on him. We don't have common opponents, but I mean he's fought good guys. Obviously, he's in the UFC. He's ranked, and yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm really excited to figure out this puzzle. There's only been what 3 or 4 guys have been able to figure it out, and that was the last one. So I'm looking to figure this puzzle out, get back on the win, and then go from there.
Yeah, I mean, you're fighting in Qatar. You're not the first name that would be coming up into my mind. He's going to Qatar. So, what were you thinking when you got the fight offered? Not specifically against Asu, but fighting in Qatar. I mean, what did you think?
I mean, I'm like, man, I gotta fly where? But other than that, man, I'm excited. Like blessed to be here. Like I said, being away from the sport, being away from a lot of things, not knowing if I was gonna be able to get back. You always forget those little blessings you got. Being able to travel the world
Mhm.
for free, getting to see stuff like that, like get to compete in front of different people. I'm excited. It's been a long time since I found a crowd, so I'm pumped. I'm excited. Going to Qatar, I've looked at pictures and stuff like that. It looks amazing. It looks
Yeah.
expensive, but it looks amazing.
Yeah, true. That's true. I also wanted to ask you, man. You always also have a business besides fighting MMA. You're the acai guy. I always call you the acai lover. Can you tell me a little bit about it, man? How is it going? I remember you were really completely into that last time we talked. We had a store in I think in Orange County. You told me.
Yep.
Have you even got more stores, or did you get bigger or anything?
No, so I'm focused on that store. I do really well right now.
Hmm.
We're in Anaheim, California, so we're probably about 10 minutes away from Disneyland. Like I said, I love the franchise. I love the business. One, because I can eat it without being
Yeah.
without being too crazy, right? Like it's healthy if you keep it normal. Don't put 10 pounds of peanut butter in there, but it's healthy.
Hmm.
And I just love what they stand for. Like now they're sponsoring the UFC BJJ. I don't know if you've seen that, but all three Republics on there. So
Hmm.
they're growing, and I'm just happy to be growing with them.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to try one of those bowls sometime. But
You gotta come out to the States, man.
I know, man. I know. I'll do someday. I promise. I promise.
We're gonna
Uh,
start. We're gonna start a GoFundMe to get you out. You know how many people would line up to punch you in the face? A lot. So we got, a lot of people would donate.
name a few, dude. Name a few.
I know Mustachio Vince over there,
Yeah.
Vince Morales. He would want to punch you.
I'm not afraid. Looking forward to that. I also wanted to ask you, man. You're like a long time stay in the flyweight division. I think you're for 8 years now in the UFC. You switched a couple, I think one or two times to bantamweight when you heard the UFC was kind of trying to fold the flyweight division, but the flyweight division has pretty developed. There's a big development, I think, in the division. I mean, you guys even getting main events now all the time. And I love it because I think flyweight is super technical. It's fun to watch. What do you think about the development of the flyweight division in the UFC, and what are your hopes in the future, man?
Man, yeah, Mick Maynard's been doing a great job stacking up talent. It's probably one of the harder divisions to get into because there's not very many of us in there, but he's doing a great job. I mean, look at the talents coming up. You got rising stars like Josh Van, Tatsuro, some of these young guys coming through. Asu, like he's older, but he's new in the UFC coming up very well, very steady. You got Charles Johnson coming up. So you
Hmm.
got a lot of these guys that the UFC is showcasing a lot. So I'm glad that the division's getting like that. 'Cause when I first got in here, there's only like 20 of us. Now there'll probably be like I think about 30 of us, 35 of us. Which is good for the division. We'll get main events, and I feel like I know the U.S. crowd likes the heavyweights because they're gonna go out there swing them and maybe knock each other out. But I think if you're a true fight fan, you'll respect the technical and the techniques the flyweights are showing.
I watch every fucking flyweight over a heavyweight slop for like, I mean, the heavyweight division is really like downhill in the UFC pretty much. I mean, no disrespect to the guys. I understand they train a lot as well, and they probably try hard, but sometimes I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? But I don't want to be too disrespectful because I'm probably have the same body type as these guys, maybe worse. So yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask you one more question. Actually, you always come up with "Juicy" from the Notorious B.I.G. from Biggie. Does that song has a certain? Does that song sort of hold an? How do you say that? A story for you, or you just like the song?
Um, I love the song, but two, like, the starting lines, it was all dreams,
Yeah.
growing up in Lemoore, uh, coming up through the regional scene, fighting from up and comers in Turlock, California to, I mean, my very first fight, fight was behind a pizza parlor, I fought at fairgrounds to casinos, they were in between. And I can only imagine like being in here. So, like, yeah, it was all a dream. So that, and then, I have people tell me all the time, like, maybe not teachers, but I had people tell me some people that I thought were friends laughing at my dreams. So like, it's one of those songs that hits home. Like I said, like the open line, it was all a dream. Like I'm living my dream. Uh, Sometimes it sucks, like just like every other job. But I mean, when I look back at it, I can genuinely say that I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. I wouldn't want to be, uh, be working behind the desk. I wouldn't want to be doing anything like that. Like this is what I want. The UFC has given me the platform. I got a business. Now I own my second house. My son. I can spend time with him as much time as I want with him if I want to take days off. Like this life I'm living is a dream because people from where I'm from don't get out too often, you know, and get to do this stuff. We've had a couple of success stories, Lorenzo Neal, David Osbury, Isaiah Martinez, Chris Pendleton, athletes that I've seen come out anymore, you know. But really don't get too many guys coming out of my town doing this, representing, on the world stage. And I'm proud of that. I mean, it was like I said, it was all a dream. And making it a reality every time we walk out, it's always a dream.
Yeah, that's a perfect explanation. I love that, man. That's amazing. Um, yeah, looking forward to your fight. I want to thank you, man, for taking the time. You are not the decision anymore. You're just Alex Perez, but you need a new nickname, dude.
Uh,
But yeah,
the
looking.
decision.
What did you say?
It's the decision. You're going old school.
Yeah, I think you told me that a couple of years ago. My
Yeah.
nickname was a decision, but I dropped it. But now you need a new one, man. But
My friends always tell me, my friend Romy Adanza, he's a Muay Thai guy. He trains like Jake Field. He's part of that Can't Stop Crazy crew. He called me Prickaz. He says I'm a prick. So he called me Alex Prickaz.
I think
Alex
that
the prick.
I think that's a fitting name for you.
My other buddy back in the day, John Motts and Doctor over there, he called me ASP, Alex Sleepy Joe Perez, because he said I would put people to sleep when I would fight like
Okay,
dick.
okay. It's good. That's a good way to end the interview, man. Um, yeah, your fight, main card, UFC Qatar, local time 9 p.m. Eastern time 1 p.m. and Pacific 10 a.m. in the morning on Saturday. It's Alex Perez. Alex, thank you for taking the time. Always a pleasure, and all the best in your fight. Looking forward to it on Saturday, November 22nd.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. And I'll see you soon in the States.
We'll see. Thank you, man.